it back to Cyrus Fees.
Your referee when the action begins, Herb Dean.
So Herb Dean in charge of this middleweight bout. Dylan the Villain Andrews in the blue corner. Azamat Amagov in the red. And Amagov spending a lot of his camp. Well, they're stopping there. There must be some sort of something on the cage, the canvas. Or someone's lost the contact lens. I'm not exactly sure which.
Oh, I think the floorboard just broke.
I don't think that's the case. I think it was a little slit. Amagov spent a lot of his camp out of Phuket top team. Fantastic team, really. Great athletes coming out of there. A lot of people making a trip to Thailand now. Alongside him, our main eventer, Sharaf Davlat Muradov. Edward Vartanyan will be fighting at ACB 77, also goes out there and trains. Brendan Loughnane.
He's trying to line that left hand up. You see right now, just pawing away with the lead, Dylan Andrews is.
I actually saw him work this combination, so he paws that left, throws the kick, and then comes back.
Nice little slap there to change angles. You see, the arms show that that's going to be his indication for his defense. As Azamat comes forward, he's going to step outside that lead leg and throw a hook and basically shoo him away on the side. And then once you do that, if your opponent stops or hesitates, sets up a great straight left hand.
Turning side kick there. Oh, a spinning back fist that connects.
Dylan a little too relaxed there. And it shows that Azamat was able to catch him after throwing that spinning back fist. Too calm. If that's something I can say right now about Dylan.
Very upright as well. Azamat charging forward. Azamat showing some improvements in the striking here.
Yeah, Dylan has to be very cautious in the takedown. So I think he's really erring on that side of just, okay, I'm going to 50% of his mind on the takedown and only 50% left to look for the strike defense. And haven't seen a straight left yet. I'm really surprised. Dylan's moving outside the lead leg. Straight left hand is very much there.
Teep there from Azamat.
Another front side kick to the thigh.
Nice body shot. That was straight down the middle. Really has improved his striking. In particular, the accuracy, picking those shots. Oh, comes in with the overhand right, but Dylan just slips out of range. Very measured approach to the start of this fight from Dylan Andrews. Looks like he's trying to get Azamat to walk onto something almost. He's going backwards quite a lot.
No, I'm thinking he's setting up the straight left.
Switching stances. Stepping elbow, I think it was.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever you want to call that, we'll go with it.
Azamat's connected a couple of times, not clean. But he's had a bit of success with those reaching hooks. A lot of respect between these two. No one's taking major risks. When you see the height difference and even physique difference, you can see why Azamat would potentially look at that welterweight drop. Dylan has got a huge amount of reach over him.
Well, especially when he takes his shirt off, because I mean, just at first, walking around, yesterday, the day before in the hotel, if you just look at Azamat with a t-shirt on, he has a good frame, his head, his neck is, thick, but then when he takes his shirt off and you really look, you're like, oh, okay, he's, his legs, you're right, this guy could make welterweight. Dylan keeps backing down, using his feet to get good distance from the punches, but his hand's really low, and it's already cost him one strike that got caught.
Just 30 seconds left in this first round. So surprised at how much feeling out has gone in this opening 5 minutes. Nice outside leg kick there from Dylan Andrews, 3 times in a row. More spinning attacks there from Azamat.
Was there anything? Did either guy not make, you know, like, what's the...
There was no massively significant strikes.
No, I'm curious about the game plan right now. That's why, you know, you always go before and interview all these guys. Did Dylan say anything about drawing this out, the way they're drawing it out right now? I mean, Azamat, you can see he's trying to make a fight of it. But Dylan, you know, is using his distance. He's landed some sharp, clever strikes, you know, but it doesn't seem like he's pushing any kind of impact. Like somebody that's like, well, I'm going to make sure this makes it in the second and third round.
Maybe looking at trying to add that jet lag into the equation, take it into that second or third round. But when I saw him for the interviews, do some filming with him, when he was hitting tags, it seemed quite obvious. The game plan was heavy, hard, make him pay for any entry or attack. We'll have a... There you see Islam Yunusov in the corner there of Azamat Amagov, as well as by Ali Shayapov. We are set for round number 2 here at ACB 76. Dylan Andrews in the blue corner, Azamat Amagov in the red. Dylan Andrews again, still moving on the outside, letting Azamat take the center of that cage.
I mean, Dylan's fighting very smart. His eyes are open. So far, he just hasn't shown his hand.
There's one thing that I did see when we were doing some filming. He didn't throw his left hand a lot, and I didn't know whether that was he was just working that right, or if there was any kind of injury. Now, they always say you never come in 100%.
Yeah, I mean, if right now you told me that he's dealing with a left hand injury.
It's just speculation. It was just something I noticed. There was a lot of right hand work, and oh, he's been caught there. Azamat charging forward. Oh, and it's dropped him. That's it. Wow! Big elbows coming down now. Dylan Andrews.
He's got to survive this.
But now he's mounted.
Now he's covering up.
That's it. Wow! Azamat Amagov takes out Dylan, the villain Andrews.
Great combination, and we kind of saw that possibly going to happen. We never really saw what Dylan Andrews was going to pull out of the bag, what his go-to move was to hurt Azamat Amagov. But Azamat kept forward pressure, looking to land combinations, and then Dylan was pulling with his hands down. His feet would kind of get him out of range, but it wasn't fast enough, and without that secondary level of defensive head movement and then hands in the way, you know, keeping your hands up, Azamat caught a great punch to the chin.
Also uncharacteristically seen Dylan Andrews go backwards so much was something that kind of played into this game plan. But Azamat, you've got to give all credit to him. He's had that training camp out at Top Team Phuket. They'll be very happy with what they've seen.
Nice stepping hook through the right hand, but Dylan wasn't there to receive it. Good killer instinct, came down controlled with raining down ground and pound. And then again, Dylan was just moving backwards, and he did several times during this fight. Hands kind of comfortable, a little too comfortable, and that's what allowed Azamat to take advantage. After that big shot landed, grabs the mount, and now we have the winner.
So let's make it official. Let's hand it back to the man in the middle, Mr. Cyrus Fees.
Ladies and gentlemen, Herb Dean stops the fight at 108 of round number 2. Your winner by TKO due to strikes, Azamat Amagov.
So Azamat Amagov takes that